This is part 57 of Chris Chan, a comprehensive history. Just a little disclaimer, I am a little bit under the weather. I'm currently not at work today because I just couldn't sleep and it was just a mixture of coughing all night. Now, I don't think it's anything serious, which is fine. It's just more of like, I think it's my diet adjusting because watching these videos has really turned me off of wanting to eat fast food and drink soda and, I'm staying a hydrated boy. So thank you, Chris, turning my life around 100%. And I think it should be a good lesson for everyone to do literally the same thing. So we're going to go ahead and get into this. Give me some of that Chris Chan shit. Oh, wait. The following video contains clips of animals in distress and pain.
What made her this way?
Oh, I see.
What is the attraction? What keeps us fascinated?
Sorry, let me just adjust that volume
This
real
is the
quick.
story
Hopefully that's loud enough
of
for
Chris
others.
Chan.
There. Sorry. Apologize. Rude. My god, man. I can't believe we're at this part.
During the middle of August 2017, Christine wrote many tweets on the social media site Twitter,
Green
mentioning
Pizza's like
and
a
referencing
sampler
the animated
provider.
series My Little Pony and its voice actors, still expressing joy and love for all in the aftermath of her attendance at the BronyCon convention. On the 16th, in response to a tweet concerning voice actress Tabitha St. Germain blocking Chris on the site, St. Germain replied that she blocked Chris not because of her, but because of the cloud
Saint Germain. If you ever watched Castlevania, motherfucker.
of trolls which followed her, calling the practice parasitic behavior. In response, Christine, using her Nightstar 2891 account, replied to Tabitha via a long string of tweets, saying that after being trolled for years, she learned to not take their words to heart and keep them out of her mind. She added that at BronyCon, she was allowed to express herself with kindness and managed to receive some advice regarding the trolls from the voice actresses she met. She revealed that coming out as the lesbian trans woman resulted in her being kind to herself more and had learned to
I just realized, what a great fucking way to start off watching Chris Chan is, during Pride Month. When people that call themselves trans lesbians are trying to believe that that's really a thing. It's really not a thing. You know what a lesbian likes? Pussy. You know what a lesbian doesn't like? The morphed Loch Ness monster dick.
be unfazed by the trolls. Chris wrote that she wouldn't ask Tabitha to unblock her main account, but would like to have the opportunity to connect every now and then, with a chance to perhaps earn her trust as a friend. Tabitha St. Germain soon also blocked Chris's Nightstar account. On August 18th, Christine wrote on Patreon that new printed Sonichu
Womp
comic
womp.
books meant to be delivered to her paying patrons had arrived at her house, but she was unable to ship them yet since funds were low because she had gone to BronyCon. She informed her supporters that it could take around 2 weeks for the comics to be sent. The next day, she became a patron for My Little Pony voice actress Michelle Kreber. At this point, it was around a week since the Unite the Right rally was held in Charlottesville, a gathering of white supremacists and neo-Nazis. Possibly on August 20th, Chris attended a church service while still wearing her pony ears and unicorn horn from her time at BronyCon. Her outfit apparently upset some parishioners, and after she came back home, she wrote a letter aimed at Kathy Weseluck, voice actress from My Little Pony, whom she met at the convention.
I
Chris
will
took a picture of the
I will
letter
never not
and
hold this
posted it
up.
on Twitter, mentioning the voice actress and asking for her advice regarding the church incident.
Like whenever I play video games and if I'm waiting for like a queue to let me into a battleground or whatever, I'm normally just like looking at my fucking Chris Chan comic. I really need to collect these and like get them framed and hang them up in my house whenever I move. That'd be cool.
I've had a day that started out happy and delightful. I felt like donning my pony ears and unicorn horn and tail to my church today. I've made a lot of people smile, and it was as normal as could be, with my sharing the joy.
Anybody else miss like old Chris when he wasn't like some kind of brony, weird, old Greg looking motherfucker? Like back when he was just like the the fucking nerdy kid. Like I miss that. I miss innocent Chris.
Joyce from BronyCon 2017. Then later, during a Bible verse reading, my church friend suddenly burst out in tears. I felt along with her. The hate bout in Charlottesville, Virginia last weekend. Then, my pastoral consoler, who was part of the choir this week, hands me a note. Please remove your headgear. It's reminding us of Nazis. Specifically, the not Nazi jesters who mocked the haters. I felt utter shock. I removed my headgear and I tensed up, fanning
Ow.
myself with the program as I was feeling hot. I ended up closing.
Bro, are you saying that Nazis are fucking bronies? Like, what the fuck? If Nazis were bronies, I don't understand why Twitter would be so mad about Nazism. Because they're just a bunch of fucking losers at that point. Like, it's not even about hate anymore. They literally want to get fucked dressed like horses. Come on.
Myself and breaking out in tears myself, being forced to remove what made me and most other people smile, feeling like not being able to calm a post-about-it crowd. The empathy for my friend and not being able to make her smile just about killed my mood. I sat there, fanning myself with my right, gripping the bench with my left, and paralyzed. I stayed a while longer. Then I left during the collection with the plates. I took a rest and some Valium after I got back home. I feel some recovered, but feel some mild headache now. Have y'all ever heard such a thing? Pony ears and unicorn horn being reminiscent of an anti-Nazi jester? I've never, and I meant no harm. What are your thoughts, Kathy? Thank you for listening. Christine W. Chandler. Kathy Wesseluk failed to respond. On August 21st, Christine uploaded 2 videos on YouTube of her view of the solar eclipse, which was witnessed across the United States.
Hello everyone on the internet, this is Christine Chandler coming to you live from
I've never
home
actually
once
looked
again,
at one.
right outside waiting for the solar eclipse. I look up at it, at the sun through my special glasses I got with the little guidebook. It looks like a crescent. It's a crescent sun, like it's grinning down on us. And as you can see from the noise making, that's my little boy, Chope.
I don't know why I thought he was in a swimming pool.
Anyway, I'll record a second video closer to when the eclipse actually happens. So stay tuned. Thank you. We are approaching so much closer to the eclipse over here, live above our heads. It is smiling down upon us, the sun. I'd say just like in all Equestria, Celestia, and
Oh, here it is.
smiling down while Luna's covering her. Eventually, at one point, in a few minutes, it's gonna become total blackness out here, and you'll be already able to see my face, my head.
I've never been out in the middle of one of these. I don't even know what they look
But
like.
when the eclipse happens, I'm gonna do something very special. I'm sure a lot of people are probably gonna do it as well. But it's like total eclipse of the heart.
I don't know why
Just
I thought he was going to masturbate in public.
Art in motion. Art and poetry. And for everyone, after it's happened, they get to watch me enjoy this as well. Because I know I'm recording this, I'm not streaming from my phone. You know why? Because somebody might call me and interrupt the streaming. We don't want that. Now do we?
Well, you're
We do
just
not.
asking for it now.
Oh! But look at that though. Through that dark cloud, you can see the grin without needing glasses. That's a moment in perfection right there. What are you doing driving? The eclipse is happening. There's a passing by vehicle right now. Oops. Yeah, I think I'm feeling a little throw off as the curve was to my left. Now it's to my right. Can you see it?
Oh my god, Barbara came
Come on,
outside.
just a moment. Yeah,
She's gonna look up and be blind.
I think, yeah, the book did say we were getting a partial eclipse, and I think that's all we were having. Oh well, at least in this neck of the woods we had a constant smile down upon us from the sun. Christine Chandler coming to you live from home. Y'all have a great, safe day.
Oh, that was it?
In response to comments of concern for Sorbe's health condition, Chris wrote on Twitter that the vet informed her that the cat's breathing problem was permanent.
Probably from a fungus.
Later that day,
Asparagus.
Chris handwrote a letter from My Little
Asbestos.
Pony voice
That's the word I
actress
was looking
Kelly
for.
Sheridan and tagged her in a tweet which featured a photo of it. In the letter, Chris wrote that in response to what the voice actress had said in the Changing Your Mark panel, artists like them could offer creative and thoughtful feedback in their abilities and expand their repertoire of skills. Chris herself had taken up basic cooking skills, as learning new skills can help keep the mind more active and able during the aging process. She also had binge-watched a lot of cartoons and anime in her lifetime, a trait purportedly held in common by both her and Kelly. She closed the letter with an account describing the naming process behind one of the Pokemon she had in the game Pokemon Ruby or Sapphire. On August 23rd, Chris tweeted 2 photos of her miniature figurine of My Little Pony character Spike the Dragon, seemingly reading an equally miniature copy of Sonichu Issue 0, with the front cover redesigned to replace Christian with Nightstar.
My god, I'm not buying that
24th,
one.
Christine wrote on Facebook that she had allegedly overheard a conversation between her pony character Nightstar and My Little Pony's Lyra Heartstrings, positing the origin of how she got her cutie mark of a lyre on her hind, possibly by ascending into the heavens and meeting their god character, then descended back to the land of Equestria and learned of the magic to walk on clouds and the anthropology. The next day, Chris posted the cover image of the upcoming comic book Sonichu Issue 12-9 on Patreon, which would star her custom pony character, Nightstar, and would for the time being be considered as My Little Pony fanfiction, with hopes of it becoming
I like how it's supposed to be a Sonichu special, but Sonichu's not even on the fucking cover.
canon to the official storyline. Chris elaborated on the comic's concept in the description. Introducing Nightstar of Equestria, a unique unicorn with the ability to open dimension portals to view into and visit other dimensions and worlds. She can view our internet and YouTube videos through one, like an instant PC monitor. She also has all psychic powers possible. And, as an artist herself, and linked to myself, Christine Chandler, mentally and visually through a portal, she draws and writes the Sonichu comic book series in Equestria. Replace me with her. Transformation to Chris Chan Sonichu still the same, and all humans with ponies and horses. Nightstar may be considered overpowered, but she still has her flaws, not autism or Asperger's, period, and she uses her powers for good. Look forward to her life story, shortened, plus a day in Ponyville and around in the next Sonichu after completing number 12. Thank you for your loyalty and patience. I am a proud Pegasister in the Brony Herd community.
I could swear he just meant like he's proud to get pegged. Like that's what I kind of thought that said for a second. I was like, okay.
On August 25th, Lady of the Cosmo, illustrator and close friend of several members of the Planet Dolan YouTube conglomerate, tweeted that she was tired from working hard and wished her followers a good night. Christine replied with, "Rest comfy and easy, dear." In response, Lady of the Cosmo strongly wrote that she was not Chris's dear, nor was anyone else from Planet Dolan. Chris apologized.
Okay, right there, I would be like, go fuck yourself, you stupid bitch. Feminism, like, you know, like, I get so mad. I am not your fucking girl. Fuck you. It's a fucking compliment, you piece of shit. It's not harassment. Kristen, apologize. Come
The
on.
term neutrally, soon adding that the actress, Tallulah Bankhead, most famous during the 1930s and 40s, would be offended by the artist's objection to the term's neutral usage.
There you go, Chris.
Chris later came back to the conversation to post a newly created drawing and letter addressing Lady of the Cosmo. Open letter. Something that grinds my gears is how people are not accepting of the neutral terms of darling or dear. I use one or the other.
I know. Everyone just wants to be oppressed. Some people I like to identify as a slap of corn on the cob.
As a neutral addressing in lieu of the various online nicknames or actual names in general when that detail is unknown or when the other person is too distant to trust me, yet on addressing them by their name. I swear, if Tallulah Bankhead were alive today, she would never put up with such disrespectful responses. That is all for now, darling. Humph. Christine W. Chandler. Lady rebutted, providing dictionary definitions of the words dear and darling. Chris accused her of siding with the haters, while Lady said that there was a difference between haters and those who serve sweet justice towards heartless hooligans such as Christine. Chris denied those claims. Lady of the Cosmo wrote back that if she did have a heart, then she would not have harassed Doopy Doover like
Okay,
she did,
yeah, I'll
calling
agree
her
with that one.
selfish, with a heart filled with fatty layers of greed. Chris denied those claims. Christine elaborated that she meant to be respectful to Doopy, but she had said the wrong things in grave error. Lady stated that no one felt any pity for her, to which Chris rebutted that she was a sincere, kind person with lots of music and love in her heart and soul. Lady of the Cosmo then called her Christopher Asshat, and that her actions made her who she was. Chris notified her that she was growing tired and weary of the dispute, since the illustrator refused to open up her heart and accept and move on. Lady of the Cosmo clarified,
Just block him. Just block him. Like, honestly, you're no fucking better than Chris. Just fucking block him. For fuck's sake, man.
that everyone was tired and weary because of Christine, after trying patiently to make her understand. The two continued to argue, with Chris writing that she would keep digging until people like Lady actually understood her and stopped being so closed-hearted, claiming that she would win
And as long as I
she
keep
would
going.
keep going.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
Lady
Me too,
called her
but
a horrible person with a facade in the form of a painted smile. Chris denied those claims. She informed Lady that she only used those terms with people she liked, to which other Twitter users replied asking whether she would use those words with males as well, and commented that Chris very, very rarely replied to men on the social media platform. Lady of the Cosmos saw it as proof that Christine was trying to get close to women by using those terms of endearment. Chris then unfollowed her after telling her that she hoped Lady would have a nightmare that night. Lady then blocked Christine. Later on, Lady of the Cosmo addressed the argument with other concerned Twitter users, stating that she was alright and that it felt great to give Chris a piece of her mind, though was worried for other creators who might get preyed on by her in the future.
okay, look, see, now you lost me, because Chris is kind of creepy. Chris is kind of weird, but I wouldn't call him a predator in a sense. Like, I know someone's gonna disagree with me on that, but he's virtually fucking harmless. The dude's never gonna be able to like act out like how like Brock Turner would, for instance. I know there's gonna be some that's not gonna, agree with me whenever I say that, but it's the fucking truth. Yeah, is he fucking weird? Yeah, I think the closest he ever got when he was talking about possibly raping Megan, but that's virtually about it. I mean, if you don't like Chris, just block him and move on with your life. Don't sit there and harass him on Twitter or fight with him on Twitter. You're not making any progress. You're just looking like a dumb fuck at this point. And now you're right here and I'm reading about you. So. And if I was on Twitter, I'd probably come harass you. If you want to see harassment, I'll be the one harassing.
Using her Nightstar2891 Twitter account, Christine tweeted at her own main account, giving words of support and calling her darling, seemingly pretending to be a different person. Kristen replied to Nightstar, thanking her for her kindness and feeling grateful that Nightstar liked her. Nightstar then replied, stating that she understood that Chris meant her words to be seen as neutral and would never do anything to harass Nightstar. Christine then used her main account to share the brief conversation she had with Nightstar as a positive example of how to properly accept terms like dear and darling. Lady noticed Chris was using her alternative account and shared.
Also, you gotta keep in consideration too, like, I grew up in the South. I'm from California, but I grew up in, like, Texas. So, like, hearing the words dear, darling, shug, all that stuff, like, it's not really a big fucking deal. Like, people want to get offended by such stupid shit or usage of words or whatever, but, like, that's just how people talk. Like, you gotta keep that in consideration, too. You gotta understand it's not the same everywhere else. And if you get upset and you lump it all together, that just makes you stupid. Yeah, but Chris, come on, this is just stupid. Why? Everyone knows this is you.
The conversation.
You're born in 1982, for fuck's sake.
Christine then blocked Lady of the Cosmo on Twitter. On Facebook, the Trollsome gal pal Kim Wilson shared a brief clip from the cartoon series The Simpsons to showcase what problem Chris had been having. She elaborated that it was not Chris's place to decide what is and is not uncomfortable for other people, and that terms like dear and darling could be offensive from a feminist point of view. Since Christine was a biological male, Kim wrote that she had male privilege, and should spend more time thinking how she made other women.
Alright, go fuck yourself. I'm so sick of the smell of privilege. You wanna know what's real privilege is? Just being a fucking woman, having a pussy. That's what privilege is. You got lesser of, jail time. You can steal the kids in the custody battle with like relative ease. It's I know everyone's situation's not 100% the same, but generally speaking, women get it fucking easier. So fuck off with the fucking male privilege.
Women feel, so she could correct her behavior.
We're expected to die, and you're
During
expected
this
to just
time,
live a long
Christine
life.
left many replies to tweets written by Jesse Nowak, or Nowacking, a popular voice actor with connections to the My Little Pony fandom. Chris wrote about her own experiences and offered her own advice in response to Nowacking's tweets concerning relationships. On August 27th, she found out that Nowacking had also blocked her, likely as a result of numerous calls to do so from Weens. Chris shared screen captures of Twitter users advising Chris against becoming so attached to other users, or accusing her of stalking, writing that she would be mass reporting these accounts. In response to MLP voice actress Tara Strong tweeting that she wanted out of this dimension because of some negative news regarding President Donald Trump, Chris wrote that she wanted to join her. Twitter user Aphonic Phonology replied that escaping to another universe would not change the way she treated others, and that she should come back to Earth to deal with her problems like an adult. Kiwi Farms members soon noticed that Chris used her Nightstar account to follow Nowacking, bypassing her block. It was also on that day that Chris created an account on BronyMate, an online dating website
God.
designed for fans of My Little Pony. She described herself as an all-round, good-natured, high-functioning autistic, female lesbian soul and trans woman, artist, gamer, and creative type, and revealed that she was the original creator of Sonichu, Rosechu, and the city of...
How the fuck would ethnicity be on there twice? What?
Quickville. She stated that she was looking for a kind, compassionate, good-looking woman who was as local as possible, and who could appreciate her for who she was, and not judge her. At the end of the day, Chris wrote a long thread of tweets justifying her actions. I will answer a question right now. Why do you act young while you're actually an adult? I am
Because men do not grow up, we just grow bigger. In all the areas.
young at heart, a concept I've kept within myself since childhood. If you keep a youthful attitude, you can keep the energy when old. A concept some people apparently do not comprehend. Youthful energy is better filled with kindness, compassion, and love for others and yourself. To be adulting with so much drama gets boring, regardless of us having to deal with it, respectively, in our own lives. And we, the young at heart, stand alongside our liked and cared others, men and women of every race, orientation, and so forth, with love. Love that would normally be found in our youth, despite lack of better wisdom and knowledge. There are no man-children. Everyone is a child to their parents and elders, as well as God, our Creator. Haters, stop adulting, find your past, youthful selves, and reconnect. The next day, Christine wrote an update on Patreon, explaining that new pages would be delayed because she was feeling off on the count of trolls on Twitter, convincing another person she liked to block her, even though her messages to that person were of support. She also shared the update on Twitter, damning the trolls for coercing those she talked to into blocking her, the kind and compassionate victim. She then posted a poll, asking if they were in the same situation, would they block the many internet trolls, or the victims they followed.
Yeah, I don't really like blocking people, personally. I'm more of like, if I don't like something that you're saying, I just shut you up. That's just me. I mean, like, internet trolls, everyone, see, the way the internet is now is everyone just feels so fucking confident, and everyone feels much smarter than they really truly are because they can, like, double check their spelling, or they can just link an article to a headline that they read the headline but not the article itself to try to win and one up an argument. Everyone acts like they're educated on this fucking website and stuff, and they're just, you're not. Like, you're really fucking not. Especially people who, like, okay, like, it's kind of contradictory because I do it too, but, like, people that like to pick fights on Facebook threads, for instance, you're just like the bottom of the barrel fucking happy-go-lucky dumb fuck. Like, who are we kidding? The mini internet trolls, like, I don't know, like, there's no point blocking somebody, especially if they're trolling you, because they'll literally just make another account. Just delete their comment, move on, or just ignore it. Who cares? Respond to it if you want. I don't know. It's just how it is. Personally, whenever I fight with somebody online, and like you have a bunch of dumb fucks that'll jump in on the conversation who weren't originally part of it, and they'll sit there and try to throw their piece at you, and you don't respond to them because you're responding to the other guy, then they all think like, haha, well we made a point. Like, no, dude, I don't have all day to talk to you. Like, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know why Chris just even responds to these people because it's kind of like a rinse and repeat situation. I would just probably just follow these people. That's just me.
She also shared the poll on Facebook, asking her friends to vote for the hero and not the bullies. In addition, she
Hashtag, let's never forget when PewDiePie's editor got into an argument with me on Twitter. I'll never forget that one. And I called him out for all of his shit, and he got mad and blocked me. And I was like, hey, I have another account, by the way.
privately messaged several people, at least on Twitter, to share around the link to her poll so more people could see it, hinting that maybe Tara Strong could influence the vote if it reached her. Kristen hypothetically asked if people would block out the heroes of Sailor Moon and Transformers to keep them from the villains, and promoted the hashtag #BlockTheTrolls so people not block the heroes. She then used her Nightstar account to like all of her tweets on her main account. At the end of the day, Chris revealed the results of the poll to find that an overwhelming majority, likely made up of Weens, voted in favor of blocking the victims and not the trolls. A Twitter user asked for clarification on whether Doopy Do-Over blocked her because of the trolls, or because of specifically Chris, like she had stated. Christine answered that Doopy was stressed and misdirected her upset towards the wrong person. On August 29th, Chris shared on Facebook a generated future prediction she received on the site Witty Bunny 6
Married
years
at
prior,
29?
commenting that during the year 2011, she was still figuring herself out and that it was not a good year for her because her father died that September, and that owner of the game place, Michael Snyder, snared Chris and his mother into his trap, which caused the Chandlers to lose all of the remaining money
I
that
mean,
Bob
you
had
did that
left them.
yourself.
Christine also wrote on Twitter that she wished that every day would be like BronyCon, with lots of people full of sincere kindness, approaching everyone, instead of having haters and trolls unblocked and having the heroes blocked. Also on that day, she wrote an extensive Facebook post stating that she would try finish coloring the new Sonic 2 pages, despite feeling weighed down by getting blocked by Doopy Do-Over, Tabitha St. Germain, and Jesse Noaking on Twitter.
You're unemployed. Find the fucking time.
Elaborated that she supported those creators in sharing kindness and compassion, but the trolls and bullies that followed her began harassing them and bad-mouthing Christine for not being sincere and committing immature deeds in the past, thusly overrunning their Twitter and lives if they would not block Christine, the hero. She closed with stating that her heart was in it, and that she had learned from 5+ years of mistakes and miscontent by which people continued to judge her wrongfully and divide people. In response, Kim Wilson accused her of not listening to women when they gave Chris criticism, and felt that creating another Twitter account to evade Doopy's blocking was stalker behavior, fearing Chris would murder someone one day and blame it on the trolls. Chris later shared screen caps of her post on Twitter, directly.
I disagree. I don't think Chris has it in him to physically cause harm to anybody. Like, I don't think he could really microwave his own bagel bites. So I don't think he could hurt anybody.
Addressing the accounts which had blocked her by tagging them. Chris later apologized to Lady of the Cosmo for their unrequited dispute and regretted reporting her account, claiming that it was a bad move on Chris's part and believed that Lady could be a better person than that. Lady herself replied, writing that she wished for Chris to maturely apologize for making her uncomfortable by calling her dear, and instead thought that Christine hadn't changed at all because she tried to correct.
Alright, right there. Come on, fuck you. I hate it when people say shit like that and they use like an anime profile picture. Like, I'm prettier than you. Like, dude, you're so ashamed of the way you look, you hide behind a little cartoon photo. Like, shut up.
Lady's judgment of the situation. Lady also added that the dispute arose because Chris would never be a woman as pretty.
Ooh, this doesn't fly in 2021. I feel like somebody here is gonna get trolled because of these videos.
As Lady of the Cosmo, both inside and out. On August 30th, Christine made a YouTube video showing a new trick she could do with her tongue.
For I am the kind and compassionate Christine Chandler.
You know, sorry to pause it again. I am petty enough. I will probably find a way to get back on Twitter, and I will go troll the fuck out of this dumb bitch. And I will play as leftist as I can. Like, how fucking dare you invalidate trans women? I will get this bitch canceled. I will fucking go for it. Yes, I am bored today.
And now I can roll my R's. I am still in practice.
You can gag on a dick.
So everybody is honored to be rolling in the press. For I am not Danger Dolan, the narrator of these Super Planet Dolan videos, but I am powerful nonetheless in that sense. Not great and powerful, I'm kind and compassionate. Christine Chandler. Now everyone stay green and go out and zap to the extreme. Have a lovely day.
On September 1st, encouraged by a campaign promoted by Tara Strong, Chris donated $20 to the American Red Cross to help those affected by Hurricane Harvey. 2 days later, via her Nightstar account, Christine posted 26 Twitter screenshots of herself being supportive and kind to creators like Doopy and No Whacking, followed by trollsome replies by Weens. Chris then went back to her main account to display Nightstar's tweeted screenshots as examples of trolls who should have been blocked. Later on, digital artist R. Merriweather invited Chris to be a guest on a podcast called Internet Dream Lounge, which was co-hosted by himself and EDM artist Easy K. The next day, Merriweather notified his Twitter followers that the interview was completed and was due to be released the following week. Merriweather then created a Kiwi Farms account and revealed that he did not know exactly why Chris agreed to do the interview, but suggested that it was to promote her own Patreon account. After prolonged attempts to make the interview more edited down and entertaining, it was officially scrapped to never be released, though.
How interesting. I really would like to interview Chris. I'm probably his biggest fan at this point. I don't know about that.
It was leaked at a later point.
Easy has actually been quite a big fan of Sonichu for some years.
I love Sonichu. I really do.
Support me on Patreon and I can send you copies of the books.
Dude, for how what's your base amount for Patreon?
Well, basically minimum, just so I can make sure I make my money. The books are varying because with my publisher, minimum has to be 48 pages, and the more pages there are, the more expensive it is for me, and then I have to pay shipping, of course.
Right.
Of course.
They talk about the origins of the creation of Sonichu and the beginning of her transgender identity, before moving on to talking about trolls and pickles.
And then she and I walked off together, and then we were intercepted by this guy in a pickle suit, pickle costume, and I was like,
That's never gonna not be funny.
And then I didn't know what to think, but then eventually she walked off to her car with the guy in the pickle suit escorting her. And I was like, oh my god, what the hell was that?
Top 10 anime betrayals.
I'm very sorry for laughing at it, Chris. It's still, you must imagine in retrospect it's a bit funny.
Yeah, kind of funny, especially when you got the adult definition of how a pickle can be interpreted. But really, that's not the... Well, that is one aspect that turns me off from the vegetable.
My fucking god, I love that he got cooked by a pickle man.
What really turns me off from the vegetable is actually the taste and flavor. And as I have eaten pickles before, like, you know, off a burger or a sandwich, that pickle brine doesn't quite suit me well.
Oh.
What about kosher? Yeah. How do you feel about kosher pickles as opposed to dill?
I don't think I ever tried kosher.
They're pretty good. That's the one that I like better.
I'd sample it. See how it tastes.
It's worth a try.
Okay.
It's good you're open to new things, at least. So have you encountered the man in the pickle suit more than once, or is that the only time?
I think it might have been another time where outside the pickle suit he came back to Virginia. We, like, and we just hung out for a little bit, but I'm not 100% sure. But I mean, I do know who he is.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
There are several situations where, of course, sampled videos from your previous channel. There's one video which you uploaded once, which features a man, a young, decent-looking man, who is interacting with you and joined you in a comedy skit where you drank a potion and became this man.
I remember that.
A lot of people were very curious who this guy was. Was it a family friend? Do you remember who I'm talking about?
I know who you're talking about. Yeah, he actually was a friend of mine and one of my gal pals who actually lives in the Charlottesville area.
What?
Not going to name any names, but yeah, he was a friend, and he's currently married and very well to do. I haven't talked to him in a long time though.
They discuss more trolls of the past, Chris's political stance, and more recent happenings, like her trip to BronyCon and her Twitter blockings.
Yes, I do have one final party thought I'd like to offer before we close out.
Go quiet.
Over the years of which I have been mislabeled or misimaged or slandered by the bad people. Let's just call them that neutrally, by the bad people. Of course, that's all in the past, and that's in between the miscontent I uploaded that they repurposed for that. It's that's not me. That's not me totally. You can't define me in those aspects.
I kinda can.
All the way around, while I was still young and naive, didn't know as much as I do now, and don't know everything. We're not supposed to learn everything. I have always been, and always will be, and am a kind, heartfelt person, and I've always liked helping and sharing a smile, making people feel better. That was always me, and I encourage everybody, regardless of whether however they express their feelings of like and love, to just go out and be like, hey, you're cool, whatever, fist bump, handshake, maybe a hug, do whatever's comfortable for you, as long as you at least share a little bit of good, sincere kindness. I encourage that with everyone.
Wow. That's
very,
beautiful.
very
Thank
beautiful.
you.
Yes.
And thank you, everyone.
Wonderful. Thank you for joining us, Chris.
Yeah, you were great.
Thank
It's
you.
been an honor. Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
All right.
On September 3rd, Christine announced that she had unblocked all the people she had previously blocked on Twitter. She then proceeded to backtalk and reply to me.
I remember when Chris blocked me on Twitter, and I never even said a thing to him, so I was just randomly following him. Like whenever I first started doing these. I didn't know he was transgender, of course, but, you know, that's also because probably this weird photo. Actually, I think it was like a year into doing that. I don't know. It's been a while regardless, but yeah, he fucking blocked me, and I was just like, the fuck did I do?
Many tweets criticizing her. Notable controversial YouTube creator Count Dankula also replied to Chris, wishing that she would follow him back because he wanted them to have a live stream together. On the 4th, to commemorate what would have been her father's 90th birthday, Chris made a video in which she read out 2 letters written by her father, Bob Chandler.
And today, this special Captain's Log start date 0904.
Okay, I wasn't doing Chris Chan videos back in 2017.
This date marks my late father's, Robert Franklin Chandler Jr., his 90th birthday. Miss him every day. Younger, older. Here's a couple of pictures of him. Anyway, in honor of his birthday today, I'd like to share something that actually came from him. He actually typed up and hand wrote a few things to me. In honor of his birthday, I'm going to be reading out his letter that he made out to me by my porn name.
Which one?
They started on December 26, 1987. This was after He got his Tandem brand computer, and used the word processor in that. I used the word processor in there as well for... I made the list of all the video games I owned. That was pretty much that there. I mean, it was just a word processor. Anyway, so... To Christopher Weston Chandler from your daddy. Started December 26, 1987.
She reads out the letter in full before moving on to another one.
August 18, 2008. Dear Christian, at this time in life, you and Sanchu need a quest and purpose in life. As if Sanchu didn't have a purpose already that I'd given him, and...
Okay.
Everybody else and everything? This is what he wanted, my father. Let Sanchu become a champion for autistic persons everywhere and continually defeat the perils of autism.
Maybe this is why I find autism funny. Like, it's like one of my go-to insults when I'm making fun of people. I'm not a good guy, by the way, but it's just funny because like whenever you think of autism now, I kind of just not necessarily Chris so much. I think of like Sonic Jew. It's how preposterous it is and just ridiculous it is in general. It just makes me think of that. So
Oh, good grief.
when somebody says my kid's autistic, I think of them carrying around a Sonic Jew logo.
Person for autistic persons with an ongoing fight for them in chapter after chapter or good deeds on the internet. He could become the spokesperson from now on. You and Sanchu could become famous worldwide.
Oh, kinda are.
So this little mini poster on the back. It's silly. Look at this. Isn't that funny? Is that me? Is that me? Sonic Jew, defender, champion, and educator of autistic persons everywhere. Knocking out the big A. It's funny. Yeah, he was a smart man, my father. Not everything as it would be. I mean, Sanchu does not have autism. None of my electric hedgehog Pokemon have autism. I mean, the only autistic Pokemon I've made was the grass psychic type Plautistic. It's on a train card I've made before, but I don't have it on me right now. It's in my binder. So anyway, happy birthday, Mr. Chandler, wherever you are.
In the ground. He's 6 feet in the ground.
And now, by special request, I still don't know all the lyrics, but I'll sing the choral verse. We're not flawless, we're work in progress. We've got dents and we've got quirks, but it's our flaws that make us work, yeah. Anyway, that's it for now. This is Christine and Bob Chandler signing off for now. Have a great, safe day.
On September 7th, Chris made another video for YouTube, discouraging her trolls from interacting with everyone on the internet with whom she talked.
I want you all to listen up for a moment. I want you all to listen up. Especially the internet trolls and cyberboys who pester everybody I talk to. You should not be doing that because I know what y'all are inquiring of them. You're asking them about me. And guess what? They're not going to have any information about me whatsoever because depending on how much communication we have, you can consider the communication with most not that much, so they don't know so much about me.
That's
and
not
I
true.
wouldn't know much about them. Like, take for example, yes, Doopy Do-Over. We hadn't talked much, at least we talked a little bit. I shared my feedback, I shared my positive input, because she's a good person. But anyway, she did not know anything about me, so nobody had to pester her. And I didn't know much about her except from what she shared on the videos on YouTube. So anyway, point of the matter is, don't harass or mass communicate with anybody on the internet that I talk with. Period. If you
Honestly, it sounds like a spokesman for like one of those anti-smoking commercials. You should know by now I hate those. I absolutely hate them. We're the generation that's going to put down cigarettes for the final time and no one's going to smoke. Every time I hear one of those commercials, I literally go smoke a cigarette. I don't care. Like, quit fucking dictating what people want to do. If you want to be an asshole on the internet, go be an asshole on the internet. If you want to troll somebody, you want to troll somebody. If you want to smoke a cigar, cigarette, blunt, whatever, go do it.
bar somebody, go bar somebody that you're already talking with. Okay? Okay?
Don't tell me how to live my life,
And
Christine.
also, definitely only 2 accounts on Twitter with my name on them. You know what they are? There are no others.
This is where the cat gets abused.
Anyway, lost my train of thought. But anyway, no, no, no. Okay? Stop harassing people. Because not only do I like them, but I care about some to all of them. Okay? Cut it out. That's all I have to say for now. Thank you.
On that same day, Chris wrote on Facebook that she was feeling lonesome and sad because she still hadn't found her sweetheart. She had not given up her search, but had backed away for the moment, praying that her sweetheart would find her. In response, her Facebook friend...
Dude, you can get one. How the fuck is it like some of these dudes have no teeth and they're just like straight up fucking methods and they still get bitches, but Chris can't? Like, he's just really not trying, and you know, the whole... Shit, make a fucking Grindr account.
William Elliot Waterman wrote that praying for a sweetheart to find her was a selfish, passive, and defeatist thing to do. He added that he knew married parents who were some of the loneliest people he had ever met, showcasing that finding a sweetheart was not a miracle cure for unhappiness, and encouraged her to do more to enlighten or cleanse her body, like exercising or meditating to make herself relax and feel happy in her own skin. Soon after, Chris's longtime Facebook friend, Jessica Quinn, left a comment, simply writing that the two needed to talk. Presumably after holding a private conversation, Jessica revealed on Facebook that she and Christine began a so-called complicated romantic relationship, elaborating in the comment section that the two were testing the waters. On September 8th, Chris officially declared on YouTube that she was in a relationship with Jessica Quinn.
It finally happened. I'm Christine Weston Chandler.
Somebody's just trying to get their internet
and
clout.
I am in a true, loving relationship with my sweetheart, my Miss Jessie, my little Miss Jessie,
Brain back Ivy.
and I'm her little Miss Christine.
Justice for Panda Halo.
It's real true, real good.
She's the one that died in the Australian fire, right?
For more than a couple of years. She is made aware of y'all trolls and bullies.
How do you know she's not one?
It's taking me on, it's choosing me as her sweetheart. Still work in progress, this relationship. Well, I'm her champion. I'm gonna defend her from
Oh, Chris, you're gonna get hurt so bad.
y'all trolls and bullies. I have true love in my heart. It's unreal to me. I'm getting used to it. But I stand straight to arms. I'm not gonna let anybody harass or bother my sweetheart. If y'all have any questions about our relationship, you direct them to me. And upon there being any of which she and I mutually agree, whether or not to share or leave offline, period, our relationship will mainly be offline. Jessica?
That's probably the smart thing to do. Oh, Chris, don't do that.
My heart.
This is way too quick.
And I am yours. Forever on, as long as you have
Yeah, I wouldn't
me.
even be making a video about this.
I'll do my best for you, if not better. Excuse me.
I am so
So
bald.
everybody please Respect her as you would respect me very much. Thank you. Have a good, safe day.
The next day, Kiwi Farms user, Moonman's son, had a private conversation with Jessica on Facebook. They questioned
I'm gonna have
whether
to come
she was
back and
truly
reread this.
genuine or a troll, with Jessica firmly stating that she was simply trying out the relationship with Chris and seeing if it would work. She revealed that she was well aware of Christine's past actions, admitting that there were poor choices made by Chris, but would still go ahead with their relationship because she felt that things and people can change, wishing that their interactions be kept more private. Even though Jessica firmly stood by her stance as a real woman, genuinely interested in a possible relationship with Christine, most people assumed her to be a troll on the count of her sometimes ethically questionable Facebook posts over the years. Whatever the case, Christine believed, once again, that she had found her sweetheart, a girlfriend like she wished, who could right all her wrongs and change her life for the better.
I guess it ends up being the China bot. What a fucking cliffhanger. Well, alright then there, lad. Alright, thank you very much, Geno Samuel. That was interesting, much to say. I can't believe somebody would actually go for him like that, but you know, it is what it is. Is it a troll? I'm gonna go ahead and say probably. I don't really know, but we'll find out. Of course, make sure you subscribe to Geno Samuel as always. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe if you want. If you're new here, I encourage it. If not, I don't really fucking care either way. But it'd be cool if you did. And as always, I will see everybody in the next part, part 58, right? Yeah, part 58. And probably a really, really long time. So, goodbye.